Hello, beautiful souls. Lais here with a new episode for Happy Home, the Space Clearing podcast. Today, I wanted to talk just a little bit about geopathic stress, what it is, and how it can even be detrimental to people's well-being, their health, and so on. And there are 5 different criteria, I would say, that my mom and I check for, or 5 criteria where we receive messages when we know that, this is being harmful to our clients or their families. And so what is geopathic stress? It refers to negative or even harmful energies that emanate from the Earth's natural underground sources or geological features. So these energies can include electromagnetic radiation, underground water veins, stagnant water underneath your home, geological fault lines, ley lines / vortexes. And I'm going to speak about each of these 5 elements in a little bit more detail. But of course, this is just a very basic little episode for my podcast. If you suspect that either of those are harming you or any of your family members, of course, do more research around these topics. There is a wealth of information that you can find within books or online. Today is just a little bit of background information, so you can start with your research. So number 1, electromagnetic radiation, EMFs. They are, as I said, emitted naturally by the Earth, and it can also, of course, be generated by human-made sources such as power lines or Wi-Fi, electrical appliances. And of course, these EMFs, some people are good with them. They don't react at all. And other people are super sensitive / almost allergic, and they get real health issues by being in the vicinity of either of those. And so it's very important to understand if electromagnetic radiation has been harming you or any of your family members. And number 2, underground water veins. So underground water veins or streams flowing beneath the Earth's surface can create geopathic stress zones. And of course, it's bad luck, so to speak, if it just happens to be underneath your actual home. So when these water veins intersect or converge underneath your home, they can produce an intensified field of energy that may negatively impact our health, our productivity, our well-being, everything. Number 3, stagnant water. So that's similar to underground water veins, but sometimes I find that even more harmful when there's stagnant water. I had a recent case study that I might share later on in the podcast of this happening for a client's home. And the only thing they could do really, they just felt like selling the home and moving somewhere else. And that's exactly what they did, because there were serious health concerns for one of the people living within that home. And so in that case, it was really beneficial to sell the home and to move somewhere else. And then number 4, geological fault lines. So these fault lines are areas where tectonic plates meet, and they can generate a lot of this geopathic stress as well due to the geological activity occurring beneath the surface. So these stress lines, they can emit harmful energy that may affect your or your family members' well-being. And then number 5, ley lines / vortexes. So these ley lines are energy lines, and when they cross, they generate a massive vortex. And this is also what I call the spirit highways. So these little energy lines or ley lines, it's the spirit highways because they travel through those ley lines because they have an intuition, or they just know that when these lines cross, it creates this massive vortex that goes up to source, to higher dimension, whatever you call that. And that's how the souls, the deceased, travel up to the light through that vortex. Now, it's a beautiful thing. It's just not as beautiful when it happens in our own homes, right? Because, it causes a lot of energy and disruptions with your sleep, health problems. Sometimes the vortex is blocked, and then all these spirits that end up there are all within your home. And so it's very important to look into ley lines and whether they are crossing within your home, because yes, it can disturb your body's energy field. It can interfere with its natural balance and lead to various health problems, including sleep disturbances, insomnia, fatigue, chronic pain, migraines and headaches, the weakened immune system or frequent illnesses, anxiety, stress, emotional imbalances, even reduced fertility or hormonal imbalances, development of chronic diseases over time. So those are all serious health problems that can come out of geopathic stress. Now, how can we recognize geopathic stress within our homes? There's just a few items that I would like to go through. And of course, there's more. This is just very in general what my mom and I might find when we work in people's spaces. So, for example, as I mentioned, frequent health issues. If you moved into a space and there's frequent health issues that are not easily explained, it might be due to geopathic stress. Feeling uncomfortable or restless within your home or just a particular area of your home might be a strong indication. Plants not thriving or showing signs of poor growth when placed in specific spots or just generally all over your home. Or even pets acting up or like consistently avoiding certain areas or just behaving strangely in certain areas. That might be a strong indication too. So there's a lot of things people can do to mitigate geopathic stress. Of course, people can consult with a professional. There's people who are highly trained and specialized in geopathic stress that can come into people's homes and tell them what to do. Space reorganization. So sometimes just moving around the bed to a different location that is not on a ley line or on, above a water line can do a tremendous difference. And crystals and protective measures. Some people have different crystals that can help mitigate or weaken the effect of these geopathic stress items. So yes, crystals can help, different things can help there. And then of course, grounding or earth grounding. So walking barefoot outside on the grass, really helping your body to release all that geopathic stress. That can really help if you ground yourself and let all that negative energy be absorbed by Mother Earth. Now, I think that's it, what I wanted to share. So I hope if you have been feeling restless or having health problems in your space and you felt a strong intuition about one of these things that I shared, that you go and research a bit deeper, because yes, it can be quite detrimental to your health. So thank you so much for joining me on this episode. Feel free to comment or find me on social media if you have questions, and lots of love to you.